And I think, yep, it is live.
All right.
Hello, YouTube. Hope everyone is doing well. Today we have, give me a second, guys. Sorry, here we go. We're set. Okay, today we have CJ. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, not a problem. This is a little bit of a new thing I'm doing on the channel, but yeah, it's going well so far. So for anyone who's new, this is 5-minute language chats. Basically, we bring on a guest and we talk about language learning related topics for 5 minutes. Hello, one live viewer who just hopped on. Hello, hello. Say hello in the chat. So we have our stopwatch and we'll start it now. We're good.
Awesome.
So let's start here. So CJ, let's just start. Quick intro on you. Like, what's your background? What do you do? You know, I'm assuming people here don't know who you are. So.
All right. So I am a teacher. I teach 9th grade literature and I teach a hip hop elective in Philadelphia, in West Philadelphia. And I've been there for 6 years. Before that, I taught in Camden, New Jersey for 5 years. And that's pretty much it.
Nice. How long have you taught now?
I'm just finishing up my 11th year.
Cool. So that's a interesting neighborhood from what obviously I know a little bit of background, but based on the chat, based on what I heard on when you're on Gary V, seems like a little bit of a rough neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough neighborhood. It's funny, even that idea, like the more you're there, the less tough like all your sort of preconceived notions just kind of go out the window. But yeah, my guys deal with some pretty tough situations in their everyday life. So, but yeah, that's where the kind of environment I've always wanted to teach in ever since I started. So,
oh yeah, how come?
Perfect spot. What's that? I think I wanted to teach somewhere that I was needed. My first job that I ever got was in a school, a very wealthy school that had a fish tank in the front lobby that was beautiful with beautiful fish in it. And I remember walking out of that interview after I got the job, and I thought, I want to teach in a school that can't have that fish tank, that try and pee in that fish tank or something. And so my school's not that, right? So I don't teach there, but I do get to teach somewhere that I feel like people don't stay very long. A lot of people show up and a lot of people have really great intentions, but they just don't stick around very long. And I think that is so key to being a successful teacher and to making successful students is sticking at it for a while.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I guess we have a few minutes left. In your experience, obviously you don't teach languages, which is fine. However, in your experience, like what have you seen that works for people in terms of like learning strategies in general? Like what helps people learn in your experience?
So I'd say my two main things are, one, to me, relationships are everything. If I can, especially in the environment in which I teach, and I think in any environment, like if I want kids to learn, I have to be able to know who they are and connect with them on some level. So I spend a lot of my time just meeting with students. I have breakfast with my students every day. I eat lunch with about 25 to 30 students every day. I stay late just to hang out with kids and listen to them about their lives and talk about anything that interests them.
Cool.
And that to me has a huge payoff. And I'd say the other part of that is I spend an enormous amount of time learning about whatever my students are interested in. So whether that's Instagram or Pokemon Go, or if I've watched Love and Hip Hop, or back in the day, Jersey Shore, like all manner of things that I would never, as a 40-year-old man, ever typically watch. But if my kids are interested in it, I have to know about it, because then I can take that information and make my lessons into something like I'm already connecting with what you know and then pulling into it what I want you to know or what I want you to learn.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. And how does do you think that matters for, how do I explain this? So what would you do? Like, let's say you're a student and your high school, your junior high, your whatever, and your teacher is not like that. Like what would you recommend for someone who's in that position?
Oh, for kids, I mean, I think kids have it the tough, because there's tons of teachers with really great intentions, or that, I think it has a lot to do with patience and trying to find ways to win no matter what your situation is. And so I talk to my guys a lot about this art of making something from nothing, because I think that's kind of what teachers are in the business of doing, is making something from nothing. And not to say that students are nothing, but like there's always not a lot of resources or a lot of money to do things with. And so, but I think you can find ways.
So what would you recommend for anything in your experience you'd recommend for a student who doesn't have a teacher is like, hey, I really want to have that relationship and everything?
I think that they should reach out. I think any teacher that's in a classroom would love to have a relationship with students. Teachers don't always know how to start that, or they're afraid, or they're nervous, or there's some kind of like invisible boundary that they don't want to cross. So I think the best way to connect with anyone is by asking them questions about themselves. Like, leave you out of it, and let it be about them. And so even for teachers, I think it's always about the students. It's never about you. So like, learn about them.
Nice. Well, gone slightly over time. That's okay.
It is. I'm a long talker too, so that's really amazing.
No, it's not a problem. It's pretty challenging actually. 5 minutes is pretty tough. It's very tough, but no, I think it was good though. I think actually you made a good point. Personally, it was a good point for me too. Like I think, you know, for kids or really anyone who has a teacher who, you know, they're struggling with, they don't like the teacher, they think the teacher's not all that great, whatever it is, I think it's a good thing to reach out. I think it's really good for the student to reach out to the teacher and not just complain about the teacher being no good. Or not like
time and learn who they are. And I think anyone at any place in their life can do that with their boss or with their neighbor, and that really bridges gaps and changes things hugely.
Cool, man. Well, hey, it was good having you on. Everyone is watching. How many live viewers? Oh, I didn't even check the live chat. We got a couple people in there. It's not too much, but that's all right. Well, live viewers, thanks for hopping on. Everyone who's watching the recorded, I put all of CJ's links in the description. I recently started following him, probably a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Really interesting stuff. He's got interesting stories, so I'd recommend it. So anyway, guys, see you later. Ciao.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
And we are